Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. Now, I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering my best weekly tips, motivation, inspirational stories, and transformation strategies so that you can gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And the perfect time to start taking action is right now. So let's do this. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode number 173. Fix the thing that needs to be fixed. Before we dive into the fixins, let's talk about this week's podcast sponsor, Four Sigmatic. You can check them out at foursigmatic.com. This is where I go to for all of my special mushroom teas, coffees, and elixirs. They are delicious and they are nutritious. One of the things that I like to use is if I feel a little bit like I'm getting sick, I do the Chaga elixir. That's C-H-A-G-A. It tastes good and it feels like it gives that immune system boost that I need. I also use the reishi before bedtime. I use cordyceps before my workout, and they're a nice little product. They taste good, and you seem to get a nice result that you can actually feel, which I love. So go to foursigmatic.com. That's foursigmatic.com, and use the promo code MPM, as in Million Pound Mission. Promo code MPM, and save 15% on your order. All right, back to episode 173, Fix the Thing That Needs to Be Fixed. This one comes with a little intro story. So basically since I've started podcasting, I'm always pretty critical of my sound quality. You know, when I first started, you can go back to episode 1 and it's pretty terrible. Like, legit, I don't have like a pop filter, so there's a lot of, whenever I'd say a word that starts with P, it would be like, boo, boo, boo. And even in the intro, it's doing it. I had some really weird sound effects. The sound wasn't good. But I've always had this kind of like pixelated sound that I've been picking up on. A lot of people don't pick up on it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But when the finished product would come out, I'd listen on iTunes. I'm like, it sounds a little bit pixelated. It sounds kind of weird. So I've been trying to solve this for 170 whatever episodes. Actually, I fixed this I think I fixed it at the end of last month. So at the end of July, you should have noticed a little bit of a better sound quality kick up, hopefully. And I figured something out. I've been trying to figure out, like, you know, is it my filter? Is it my mic? Is it, you know, something that Coach Justin's doing where, you know, something weird's happening or that he's not fixing? And none of that was true. It was when I was uploading so I record these out. So like right now I'm just spitting fire into the mic, and I'll hit record off. Then I'll go to upload it. And when I would upload it, there was an option that says quickest. And I would just do that because I'm like, quickest, that sounds good to me. It's probably the best. And I clicked on that button where it says more options. So instead of quickest, I picked best quality. Winner. So it only took me 150 plus episodes to figure this out, but I got the sound quality where I wanted to be finally. So I fixed the thing that needed to be fixed. So, you know, it wasn't something that I was doing with my mic or my filter or during the recording process. It was in the upload process, but I had to keep trying, had to keep figuring out what the thing was that needed to be fixed. And we have to do the same thing with your transformation process. But I call these things that need to be fixed your danger zones. All right. Your danger zones are the thing that people tend to not focus on. We are not focusing on the thing that needs to be fixed. We are focusing on trying the new trendy workout program or the new trendy diet program. But if we always cave in to nighttime snacking, that's the thing that needs to be fixed. It doesn't matter what program you do. If you don't fix the thing that needs to be fixed, none of it will work. And people walk around going, Oh, CrossFit didn't work. Oh, paleo didn't work. Oh, Adam's program didn't work. Weight Watchers didn't work. This gym membership didn't work. But it's that danger zone that caused you to crash and burn. It doesn't matter what modality you take to get there. It's the danger zone. So an example I give, actually, I probably don't promote this enough, but there's a cool little video that I paid to have made, by the way, on Fiverr.com. But it wasn't $5; it was like $300, I think. Anyway, you can go to the homepage, millionpoundmission.com. At the very bottom, there's a little video that describes exactly what I'm about to describe to you. So you got to imagine that you're on a long road. All right, you're at one end, your goals are at the other end, and there is a giant hole in the middle of the road. So you take off on your journey and you're walking, and you walk and you fall right into that hole. All right, you didn't get to your goal, you fall into the hole, you crawl back out of the hole, you go back to where you started, and you grab a bike. You ride a bike, and you're going down the same path, and you hit the hole. And you crawl out of there, bring your bike back to the start, you grab a car, and you drive the car, you guessed it, straight into the hole. It doesn't matter if you got a plane, a train, an automobile, you end up in that same hole. And this is what we do with our transformations all the time. We switch programs, fall into the same hole. We switch nutrition programs, we switch fitness programs, we switch personal trainers. We play the blame game on all these external things, but we never fix the thing that needs to be fixed. If you stress eat, if you've got a trigger at work or in a relationship that causes you to binge eat, if you just lose focus, if you never have a plan, if you don't meal prep, if you can never commit to your fitness, like those are the things that need to be fixed. That is the hole in the road. So you have to focus on building a bridge over that hole in the road to get to the other side. You know, it seems so simple, but nobody ever talks about this other than me in fitness. At least I've never heard anybody really. I mean, this is what I focus on. When I get a new one-on-one coaching client, this is where we start. We fix the thing that needs to be fixed. It's not what fitness program should I be on, what nutrition program should I be on. That's why I wrote my book. Like, I feel like people can apply the principles in my book, The Third Component, available on Amazon.com. Shameless plug. But people can take that and apply those principles to any weight loss program and get better results. I don't care what your nutrition protocol is, what your fitness protocol is. If you apply those concepts that I teach, it'll fix the thing that needs to be fixed. It'll fix your danger zones. All right, because those are the things that send you spiraling downward in that black hole of fitness doom, where you start a new program, you get initial momentum, you get initial results, life happens, aka danger zones happen, you crash and burn, and you go right back where you started. And each time you go around that spiral, that downward spiral, the black hole of fitness doom, or that hole in the middle of the road, it gets harder. It gets harder and harder to crawl out of that sucker because you're wasting time, money, effort, energy, and each time you go through it, each time you fall in the hole, the hope is lessened. The willpower is depleted because it just gets harder. We start to have this self-defeating mindset. And I know so many of you have been there, or maybe you're in there right now. Maybe you are crawling out of that pit right now after the latest crash and burn. All right, but the good news is, my friends, now you have this little nugget of knowledge that I've just given you. We need to fix, not only fix, but focus on fixing the thing that needs to be fixed. So what is it? Think about, if you're somebody that has kind of lost weight and gained weight into perpetuity, then you need to, that's a big word for me to use, by the way, self-word usage PR. I'm not even sure if I said it right, but you know what I mean. So, if you're one of those people that just always is in that cycle of lose, gain, lose, gain, lose, gain, what's the danger zone? What is that hole in the road that keeps causing you to crash and burn? Dive deep on that, my friends, and solve that. And you won't get it perfect the first time, let me tell you that, because people are like, oh yeah, I filled out Adam's workbook, figured out my danger zones, they were still there. They didn't disappear. What's that? It didn't work. So it's about analysis. It's about first step, being able to identify your danger zone. That's the first win. What is the thing? What is the hole in the road? Identify your danger zone. That's the first feather in our cap that we have to acquire. The second is you have to be able to analyze that and say, okay, why is this happening? When is it happening? Is this a regular repeating occurrence? Is it nighttime snacking because I'm not eating through the day? Or is it stress eating during work because my boss freaks me out? Or is it I crash and burn every weekend because I lose focus? When is it happening? You have to go deep with the analysis. So identify is number one, analyze is number two. Number three, the final step to really being able to nail these danger zones is to learn how to pre-plan and prepare ahead for the danger zones. And again, we can't expect perfect, but we can expect better. So if a weekend like cheat bleed happens, so Friday you go out and it just kind of turns into a whole weekend of just off plan. We have identified that as the issue. We have analyzed it. We know that it happens on the weekends. We know it happens because we go out with friends, and then there's no, accountability the rest of the weekend, and we just say, screw it, we're starting again on Monday. Similar patterns happen like end of the year going into January. You could apply this to a lot of things. And then we have to say, okay, the weekend happens every weekend. All right. So we know we have to have some sort of a game plan. We have to plan ahead for that circumstance. So just having one little action step, like, all right, I've identified it, I've analyzed it. Now I'm going to add in some sort of an accountability anchor point during the weekend that's going to spark fitness or spark health. So maybe, Friday night you still go out, but then Saturday morning or Saturday midday, you plan like a meeting with your friends to play basketball or go out and be active, or a personal training session or a workout at your gym or a group fit session, boot camp, and you book that so you can't tear it up Friday, and you have to be healthy that Saturday morning with your nutrition and fuel up in a clean way, or that workout's really going to be struggle bus, all right? So just planning ahead and just planting something that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to cause you to create a positive health trend during that weekend. That would be a way to plan ahead for that danger zone. Same thing happens end of the year. Like we're going to do, so a lot of people will crash and burn at the end of the year, say, I'm going to give up and start again in January. So you have identified that as your danger zone. You have analyzed that happens pretty much every end of the year. So we know the cycle. And one way to plan ahead for would be to engage in a program at the end of the year that keeps your momentum going. So whether it's listen to this podcast, or I'm going to do an October Million Pound Mission boot camp, you can plug into that for 8 weeks. We're going to focus on holiday season survival. That would be ideal. If that's your danger zone, keep an eye on that. You can go to millionpoundmission.com and check out the boot camp info and get the dates on when all that stuff's going down. But we have to fix again, it comes back to the title. Fix the thing that needs to be fixed. Don't stress out about the latest biohack, wearing the newest workout gear that's like special, made from, ancient Greek sheep's wool that burns fat off your body. Like, who cares about that if you always cheat every weekend and it screws you up? Like I said, nothing will work if the danger zones still exist that always send you into a downward spiral. So let's fix the thing that needs to be fixed, because that, my friends, is how we get out there. That is how we own it. We can truly own these danger zones, and we're going to win it every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. All right, now hold on just 1 second before you take off. Have we gotten connected yet? Have we gotten social yet? I am loving, over the last few months, you guys have been reaching out to me. We've been connecting, and people have been sending me messages like, wow, you replied to my email, or you replied to my Instagram message, or wow, I got to ask you questions when you went live in your Facebook group or on Instagram. And that's like my main form of compensation right now. As you all know, I'm making like $4 a month from my podcast. So my main form of compensation is connecting with you guys, actually helping you and knowing that my message is connecting. So I want you to hit me up. I want you to follow me on Instagram at Million Pound Mission, or join my free Facebook group by going to defeatthecheat.com and join that rowdy crew. Those are the main two areas that I connect with people on social: Instagram at Million Pound Mission, and my Facebook group, defeatthecheat.com. That just reroutes you to be able to join the Facebook group. But I love to connect. So let's get connected. It's not just you listening, me and your earbuds. It's about going a little bit deeper so I can actually help you out. All right, that's what I'm here to do. And I look forward to connecting, my friends. Talk to you soon.